Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 74 of my Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So we are starting on day 26 of winter, year 2. We are nearly done with our second winter and our baby was born last episode. Baby River. River is so adorable, he is indeed. We're just going to quickly check the weather, so it is nice and sunny tomorrow. And there is a tiny bit of a jump cut coming up. Nothing happens, it's just because I can only record an hour at a time, so nothing happened there. Subsequently though, I forgot what I'd already done, so we do speak to Popier again, we do check the weather again, unfortunately. But with that, let's go into the cabinet. So this episode will have day 26, day 27 and day 28 of winter. So in next week's episode, we will have the finale of winter year 2, and then we will be swiftly moving on to our final spring year 3. It's crazy, but we are getting there for sure. So yeah, I'm really excited for summer to be... Oh my goodness, sorry, look at River in his little mouse costume. Yeah, we do check the weather again here for no reason whatsoever, so I do apologise for that. But I'm really excited to be finished with winter. It seems like the winter episodes tend to drag quite a bit, so I am excited to move on to spring. Just checking the news here to see if they say anything different, but not really. So I'm definitely excited, like I say, to be moving on to spring. With that, let's head out. Nothing in the post, and unfortunately we did lose our hothouse last episode, and we did lose all of day 25 basically because Popier was giving birth and it moved us straight on to day 26, so we missed the whole storm. The dog bowl did end up back outside again. It's going to end up outside again once the hothouse has been built, but anyway, let's go ahead and see if we can... No, we're going to repair the fence. I was going to see if we could find the horse. So we have one broken fence panel, just one. That's not bad considering that we missed a storm. So let's go ahead and replace that. And we do have to, in this episode, ask Guts if he can make the hothouse again. He's made such a lot of money out of us. We literally repaired the hothouse, what, 2-3 episodes ago? And we're doing it again. Anyway, let's take the horse out because it's going to be nice and sunny tomorrow. And our first speed up of the episode in the barn, of course, taking care of the barn animals. Now, subsequently... Oh, no. I thought that we'd have lost milk and stuff because we didn't feed them. I'm very confused. Maybe that will be the next day? I don't know. Oh, okay. I'm really confused now because I thought that everyone would be unhappy with us because of the storm. The storm was definitely day 25, right? Yeah, and it's day 26 now, so interesting. I wonder if it didn't count because Popier was giving birth? I have no idea. But it looks like we haven't lost any produce from the cows, any milk, which is really intriguing. Let's see what happens with that. Normally, if you don't feed them, because they didn't get fed on day 25 at all, you don't get anything. Nobody's got sick in any event, so... Okay, fair enough. Now this is us discovering that the hothouse has indeed been destroyed. I don't think we knew that. But I knew that because of editing, so spoiler alert, the hothouse has in fact been destroyed, unfortunately. Now we do still have the previous day's eggs, but I'm assuming tomorrow, day 27, we won't have any eggs. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. Hopefully we've avoided all major repercussions. I mean, we have lost the hothouse, so that is a pretty major repercussion, but still... We're going to go ahead and give an egg to the Harvest Goddess. So yeah, I think I told you the hothouse was destroyed before you actually saw the hothouse was destroyed, so I do apologise for that, but yes. We do have to make the hothouse again. Fun times. Hopefully there's no summer storms, eh? So we've given an egg to the Harvest Goddess, let's move on. Apart from having the hothouse repaired, I'm not sure what else that we have to do today. We have done everything that we need to do on the farm, however. I believe there is a birthday today, and you might hear some screaming in the background. I do have my window open and there is a load of kids playing outside, so I do apologise if you can hear them, but with that we are going to head out. We have got the honey, so we are going to go ahead and give the honey as a birthday present because it is May's birthday today, the little girl who lives on Yodel Ranch. And we can see her playing outside, so let's go ahead and give her her birthday present. Speaking of children, like I say. you might hear some background noise. They're outside playing and having fun in the heat, which I am not enjoying. So let's see what May says. Oh, thank you. I got a present from Mom too, although I was kind of hoping she'd come visit me. It's really sad with May's parents. You don't really know what they're doing, but you saw that in a previous episode a while ago that May does miss her parents. And I'm not sure why they're not around, unfortunately. That's why she lives with her grandfather, but they are still alive, as you can see. And Mum did send her a birthday present, but didn't come and visit. Very sad. So we were heading back to the farm, but I realised that we have to go and see Gots. So we are going to head into the forest, the woods, whatever. Now, we don't have enough lumber, so we are going to have to buy lumber. Luckily, we have lots of money. So I did a jump cut there, just waiting till 11 o'clock. So we should be able to afford this. So I'm just checking the stats. We have 267 pieces of lumber and we need 500 and something. I can't remember the number. 550 perhaps? I can't remember. So we are going to go ahead and buy some lumber from Gots. I don't know how much lumber I end up with. Not 999 because it won't fit into the lumber shed. I guess that's what it's called, lumber shed. So we do end up buying quite a bit. And then we buy the hothouse, and then I think we end up buying some more lumber after that. So we're going to go ahead and get him to make the hothouse again. Another 30,000, and it's 580 pieces of lumber, so let's go ahead and pay for that. Good job, we have a lot of money. And we're currently left with 37 pieces of lumber, so I do end up buying some more lumber, because we are going to need it for fixing the fence, etc. And in the eventuality that we may end up with a summer storm. So I think I buy enough lumber to get us to 600 pieces of lumber. So if something happens again, we can buy the hothouse again, hopefully. But I think this is the 3rd or 4th time Gots has made the hothouse for us. Oh dear, it's not going well, is it? So just doing one more stat check, and yes, we have ended up with 600 pieces of lumber. Lovely stuff. So with that, let's head back to the farm. We can also chop the lumber if we want to, but while we've got the money, we're just buying it. So there's nothing really left to do on the farm, so I guess we're going to go and end the day. And again, could I have been utilising the days by fishing and mining? I absolutely could, but I'm just going to hopefully get these episodes sort of smashed through so we can get onto year 3, because we are going to be doing more fishing and mining, because we are going to aim to get all of the legendary fish, which I will talk about a little bit later on. But you can see our baby crying in bed. Unfortunately, we can't do anything to help him. I wish we could. And with that, we are going to move on to day 27. So, on to day 27 of winter. Going to do our usual morning things. River will eventually grow up into a toddler, I believe, but that is the oldest sort of life stage that your child ends up growing into for Back to Nature. So we cannot have an adult child or teenage child. I think they end up going to a toddler, and that is your lot. I know in other Harvest Moon games you can have a child that eventually grows up, I believe, but not in this one, unfortunately. So with that, let's go ahead and check the weather tomorrow, and it's unfortunately going to be snowy. I thought that was another storm I was going to kick off then. So with that, let's head out and start day 27. And we have post, congratulations on the birth of your first son. Your farm is destined for even greater things now. Thomas and Harris. Thank you very much. Again, in Back to Nature, you can only have one child. So we will not be getting a second son or a first daughter, I suppose. I don't know if there's a Harvest Moon game where you can have multiple children. I'm not sure. So we checked the stable to see if the horse was in there, but of course they're not, because we let them out yesterday. And another big speed up here while we work in the barn. And it looks like we haven't missed out on any produce, any wool or any milk. So I don't know how that happened, but Hey, I'm going to count my blessings. And I've said this a few episodes in a row, but hopefully we're going to get to the stage where we can make the milk into cheese again. The restrictions I put on myself, don't ask why, I don't know. So with that, we were just doing a bit of a stat check to see if we could start making cheese, and not quite is the answer, but it won't be too long. We did lose a bit of food there as well. Trying to navigate around the animals to put the food in is not easy. It shouldn't be too long before our cow and our sheep have their children as well. And then we will have a full house in terms of the farm. So of course, no hothouse right now. We're going to gather the honey and we are going to go ahead and feed the chickens. And we do still have eggs, so we didn't miss any produce at all, which is weird because in a storm, as you've seen before, you normally do. So I wonder if Popery having the baby helped that. I'm just not sure. But I'm quite glad that we didn't miss out on any eggs or milk. It's just baffling to me why we didn't. I'm not sure. Obviously, we didn't have the Harvest Sprites help because the 24th was a festival, so we couldn't utilise the Harvest Sprites. So, I'm baffled. It seems like River really did save the day. So, I'm not sure what we are going to do for the rest of day 27. Again, they are shorter episodes because I am sort of storming through winter, so we can eagerly move on to our final spring. And as I say, next year in game we will be focusing more on the legendary fish. We do unfortunately have to put Binky back in the farm because it's snowing tomorrow. We will also hopefully be focusing on getting all of the other villagers married to each other. That would be quite nice. Nothing's broken on the fence. So with that, are we going to head out or are we going to head to bed? Let's see. So we are heading out. And I have a little bit of a waiver here. I'm not sure why. I don't know why I've paused there, but no, we are continuing on to the shop. And there's going to be a little bit of a speed up here because we are going to go ahead and give some flour to the Harvest Sprites. Hopefully we can get them all to full hearts before spring starts. And I think it's only 4 flowers that we need. I'm just going to check. So yes, Hoggy, Stayed, Bold and Aqua are the 4 left that need to be on full hearts. And I hate giving flour out to 4 out of the 7, but that's just the way it's gone. So a big speed up here while we buy the flour and run it over to the Harvest Sprites. I decided to speed this entire bit up. Again, just checking the colours to make sure I give them to the right sprite. And with that, we are finished giving flour. And again, I know that these winter episodes can be a little bit slow and a little bit boring. Winter in this game is fairly boring, unfortunately. So hopefully you don't mind. Again, I could be doing more. I could be fishing. I could be mining. But I figured you guys would want winter over as well. So we are just sort of storming through it. I don't want to use the word storm. But with that, it looks like we're going to head into the farm. We'll head into the house and head off to bed. And move swiftly on to day 28. So, like I say, next week is going to be the finale for Winter Year 2. So again, I think I'm just storming through this so we can get there, basically. It's weird being in the middle of winter when we're in real life in the middle of summer. So we notice that we have 1 more lumber than we need as well because of day 25. That's day 25's lumber. So we are going to go ahead and pop that lumber back in the shed because we don't need it. Is it a lumber shed? I don't know what you'd call it. We're going to check the weather And it is a nice sunny day tomorrow, lovely. Which means there shouldn't be another storm for winter because day 30 is a festival day, I believe. Sorry, I don't know what that loud noise was. Did you hear that bang? No idea what that was. Anyway, let's pop that piece of lumber back that we didn't need. We'll go and say hello to Binky. Unfortunately, he can't come out because of the snow. Poor Binky. Hopefully you're out a lot more in the spring. And of course, a speed up here while we are in the barn. And again, I'm shocked and stunned that we didn't miss out on any produce. Like I say, it shouldn't be long till the 2 barn animals that are pregnant have their children as well. So again, sorting out the cows and sheep is what takes the longest time now. And we have a lot of produce to ship. We are just looking around because I think I've missed somebody. Yes, I did. So we've now spoken to everybody. Let's go ahead and feed them. And with that, out we go. So of course, again, I thought, the hot house, I don't know what I was trying to say there, it hasn't been built yet. So we'll just go and take care of the chickens. And there's nothing on today on day 28, so I assume, but I'm not sure, that we will be ending off the day after this. But again, I'm not sure, so we'll have to wait and see. We did just waste a bit of food there as well. We don't need an egg for the Harvest Goddess because it is, of course, snowing. So let's go ahead and ship everything. And I think we are going to end off day 28 here. And of course, day 29 and day 30 will be next week's episode. So thank you very much for watching. As always, it does mean a lot. I hope you are still enjoying this series. I know it's a very long one. And until next time, bye Embers.